got Paul Salcone. Paul from Northpointe Bank. Paul, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning. Obviously, we're talking about different things, in the market today. And, one of the things that's been coming up lately is, first-time home buyers and programs for them and, down payment assistance programs. And, most people always, curious, what is out there? What's available right now in this market? Because things always change, always maybe shift based on, market conditions and what's going on in the industry. So, one thing I wanted to touch upon today was Rhode Island housing. It's something that comes up, I would say, on a daily basis or at least a weekly basis for me with clients. And, what options are out there for first-time home buyers and, what can we get? And so the most common, program out there that was very big in the last couple of years was the grant. It was $17,500. Great program they had. I mean, it was actually free money. So the grant, was something that many first-time home buyers took advantage of. But again, that ended. It did end. The money was depleted for 2024. And they knew it wasn't going to be there that long. So they decided to, okay, what else can we add in the meantime to help clients? So now they have something, it's called the Extra Assistance Loan. And currently it's something that's available. This program, in a nutshell, minimum credit score is only 620. So it's actually better, a little easier to get financing on, whereas the grant was 660 minimum credit score. So it's a 620 credit score. It has to be a 1 to 4 unit owner occupied or a condo anywhere in Rhode Island, statewide, every town it works in. Typically, there's some type of limitations on income, though. And that's something that, I just wanted to mention briefly. So they look at, with those programs, it's weird, but they don't just look at the borrowers, they look at the household income. So even if, for example, it makes it a little different. Let's think about someone, a husband, wife buying a home, but they have a 18-year-old son who works. That's also part of the income. So we have to remember that. I want to mention that as well. So let's just say for a 1 to 2 person household, the maximum income is $134,320. So, I mean, it's still a decent amount for 1 to 2 family household income. If they have 3 or more, it's $154,468. So again, I mean, not saying it's strict, but not to the point where, a lot of families wouldn't benefit from the program. So that is something that the income limitations are. Now, with this $20,000 extra assistance loan, exactly what he said is, it's extra assistance. So it's not free money. There's an expectation to be repaid. The way it works is $20,000 is the max right now you can qualify for. So it goes by either $20,000 flat or 6% of what the purchase price is. So whatever one is less is what they'll go by. So again, typically most people are in the 20,000 range, and actually it's a little different than the grant because you're paying it back from day one. So it's the same interest rate as the first mortgage. So say, for example, just easy math here. Let's say they bought a property $400,000. And let's say their first mortgage was $380,000 and they have a $20,000 extra assistance loan. The rate is the same on both, but the second loan is amortized over 15 years, the payments versus 30. So the first is a 30-year loan. The second extra assistance loan, the $20,000, they can use either for closing costs or for down payment. That's amortized over 15 years, and you make that payment each month. So it is something that can help people. Some people are like, well, it's not free money. No, it's not free money per se. But if you don't have the ability to come up with a down payment or closing cost, and you need, it's a way to get that money essentially without having to bring it to the table yourself. If you don't have gift funds, you don't have the money in your bank account, it is something that might be interesting, for some clients. So this is a good program. The rates I find are a little bit lower than traditional programs. So, you're probably getting something right now in the low to mid 6s for this 30-year program. So it's pretty good. It's pretty, I think it's generous. They're not taking advantage of people. And it's geared toward first-time home buyers. Keep in mind also that, being a first-time home buyer doesn't mean it's actually a first time buying a home. You could add a home 10 years ago. As long as you haven't owned a house in the past 3 years, you would still qualify as a first-time home buyer. So almost resets. So keep that in mind for people that maybe, I owned a house, 10 years ago, I sold it. All right, well, it's been more than 3 years. You'll qualify again for this program.